I've got this one property and this one mortgage note. It's the first mortgage that I'm foreclosing on in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It's a 3-unit apartment building, and just by reading the contract, I increased my monthly income while it is in foreclosure by the rents that are being paid by the 3 tenants.
Okay.
I read a contract.
Let's do the numbers. How much did you buy for that note?
That was when I bought for $9,500.
You bought for $9,500. How much are you owed on the first?
$62.
You're owed $62.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, listen to this. There is nobody I know of out there in the real world today that's buying real estate below market value the way she is. She's controlling real estate just like the bank, and she makes the rules as the bank. So $9,500.
Mm-hmm.
She's owed $62. Look at the return.
I've already made the return on the rent I've collected.
How much of rent are you collecting each month?
I'm collecting $2,100 a month.
She's collecting $2,100 a month. She's not even the owner of the property. Did he deed it to you yet?
No.
So you got to foreclose because he decides not to pay.
Correct.
Sometimes that happens, folks. We have to foreclose because an owner will not pay us. But Holly will tell you that's their last resort. She would rather get the monthly income. I guarantee you Holly would rather keep this $2,100 for how many more years, Holly? Forever.
Another 20?
Forever. Look at the return.
But what I'm getting in this $2,100 is the rent he was charging to his tenants, because in the deed of trust was an assignment of rent clause.
But Holly, these guys are probably, their heads are probably spinning right now. We've given them too much information.
Okay.
And the only way we're going to be able to get this to you is you sit on the phone with me and Holly, and you come to one of the boot camps so that you can put yourself in the same position. Holly, can the listeners duplicate your success?
Sure. I'll help them.
Now, how did you get involved? I know I helped you, but there was somebody else. We got to give a little credit.
Absolutely. Very, very sweet, loving individual, Scott. And if he's on the line, hey, Scott offered me an opportunity to become a partner on a note with him, which I did.
Okay, give us the numbers. How much was the note total?
The note was $45,000. $45,000.
The note is owed $45,000. What'd you and Scott spend for that note?
We spent $23,000.
$23,000. That's almost 50 cents on the dollar, folks. 50 cents on the dollar. Anybody buying real estate, controlling real estate, 50 cents on the dollar on the phone? I doubt it. Okay, Holly, how much did you put out for that deal?
Scott and I both made, after expenses, after reimbursement for our investment, we walked away with $10,000.
So you put $10,000 in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that was her first introduction. That was her partnership, her joint venture with Scott, which allowed her now to go on and buy 18 mortgages in 10 months. Holly kicks butt. That's all I can say. And I'm glad she's doing what I'm doing, because the rising tide lifts all boats, and you guys have that opportunity to do the same thing. Holly, tell us some of the states you bought paper in. Now, a lot of people think, well, golly, I got to stay in my own backyard. Tell us a little bit about the states you bought paper in.
I've bought paper in Pennsylvania, in Maryland, North Carolina, Georgia, and Tennessee.
Wow. Holly, most people would think, again, that you have to stay in your own city. This works in every single state in the United States. There's banks everywhere we go. It's incredible.
It is. It is.
What would you like to recommend to these guys, Holly, so we can keep right on rolling? I know we don't have a lot of time. Can you give me any recommendations?
My biggest recommendation is grab Terry's shirt tails and hang on, because he can show you how to make what you want and what you need to be secure for the rest of your life.
Do we have any competition, Holly?
No.
Banks are sending you deals. No other investors know about it. And we wait for the other up at our trustee sale. So if we go to trustee sale, we'll see all the other investors right there. And we'll be waiting for them to bid so we can make our check.
Exactly.
Incredible. Anything else, Holly, you would like to add?
Nope, that's it right now. Keep on going.
Well, Holly, I do appreciate all your hard work and efforts. And some of these guys are going to be able to take advantage of it. And your brain and my brain, Scott's brain, will help them get to where they need to be.
Absolutely. I look forward to meeting each and every one of you.
A couple of things before we wrap up. Number one, there's more non-performing paper and mortgages that are in distress and foreclosure than you could ever buy by yourself. And you're willing to share this information with our network of real estate investors, right, Holly?
Absolutely.
More banks than you could ever go to, right?
Absolutely.
How many banks are there in the country, Holly?
Oh, hundreds of thousands.
And delinquent mortgages right now is in default is the number one problem we're facing right now, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Wow. So they all probably have paper that's not performing.
Right.
Perfect opportunity, golden opportunity. Now's the time for these guys to take action, right, Holly?
Absolutely. And don't listen, you guys. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Right now, some of the other gurus are touting short sales. Go to the bank and get a short sale. You don't want a short sale? You're not going to get it for the dollars that I'm getting it on or Terry is.
You're not going to make the type of money that you're making consistently. $400,000 on 3 properties? No way.
No.
Bank will never let you do that.
No.
Wow. Can you give me an example of the number of properties that your bank has, Holly?
Oh, my Lord. No, I can't. But I can tell you this, that last week on my fax machine, not including what I got on the computer, on my fax machine, 57 deals.
57 deals. Can you buy them all, Holly?
No.
I don't know. I think somebody on the line is getting the point here and getting the picture. I've done it. Scott's done it. You've done it. And we have leads from banks, and we're getting more and more every day. They need to join us. Everywhere there's a bank in every country, whether it's Australia, New Zealand, Canada, France, Denmark, Ireland, Spain, Hungary, Germany, every country in the world has non-performing paper. So, Holly, that's why I'm excited. Sorry to cut you short, but our listeners are going to have to get a whole lot more of you in my non-performing paper course and at our live training. Again, guys, here's a lady that practices what she preaches. And I know I'm preaching to the choir. Here's a girl that was tired of being in the rat race, wanted to get out, and duplicated my non-performing paper real estate investment system to achieve financial independence in less than a year. She achieved millionaire status in 10 months. Most people live the 40-40-40 life. That's 40 hours a week for 40 years of their life, and then to retire with a 40% pay cut called Social Security.